Welcome to Bootleg in the Paint. I am your host, Earl K. Sneed, providing you guys with some of the top sports headlines and news. Now, last week I provided a few stories, and I want to pick up on three of those stories. There's been some updates. We'll start with Spitgate. Of course, Jalen Carter, the Philadelphia Eagles defensive tackle, spat on Dallas Cowboys starting quarterback Dak Prescott before the first play of the first game of the season. Now, he was immediately ejected for spitting on a player. And later, the cameras came out and showed that Dak Prescott spat in Jalen Carter's direction, but he didn't spit on Jalen Carter like Jalen Carter spat on Dak Prescott. The NFL has spoken and decided to fine Jalen Carter $57,000, a little bit over it, which is the amount of a game check for Jalen Carter. And also, they said since it happened before the first snap of the first play, that basically amounted to the ejection. That ejection amounted to a one-game suspension. So Jalen Carter will be eligible to play this week, and of course, is a big Super Bowl rematch between the Eagles and the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, and Jalen Carter will be eligible to play in that game. Now, the other headline that's grabbing all of the news in the NBA, even though it's not NBA season yet, is did the LA Clippers try to circumvent the NBA salary cap by paying Kawhi Leonard off of the books? Of course, it's been reported by Pablo Torre, formerly of ESPN, that the Clippers invested in a environmental company, and that environmental company hired Kawhi Leonard or signed him to an endorsement deal for 4 years, $28 million. Now, there's no record of Kawhi Leonard actually doing any endorsement to reap that money, but allegedly he recouped $7 million over 4 years, $7 million a year. Now, it's come out that the NBA has said that they're investigating if this story is true, and they've hired a law firm to actually do their investigating for them. Now, Pablo later updated the story today on Thursday and said that Clippers minority owner Dennis Wong allegedly invested $2 million into this company, and when he did it, he was they said 10 days late in doing so, and allegedly he invested $2 million, and very, very quickly after he made that investment, a payment went to Kawhi Leonard for $1.7 million. We'll find out if the NBA has used all of that evidence and decided to rule against the Clippers. And Adam Silver, the commissioner for the NBA, has come out and said he has broad power in order to strip the Clippers of any type of funds, any type of money, any type of draft picks if they determine that the Clippers did try to circumvent the salary cap in paying Kawhi Leonard off the books. The third story I want to touch on, and this is my bootleg take of the day, is the Las Vegas Aces have now extended their win streak to 15 games. They're playing tonight in LA. If they are able to extend that to 16 games to wrap up the season, they will ascend to the number 2 seed in the WNBA standings, and the playoffs will start shortly after that. And that will pretty much wrap up the MVP for the WNBA for Asia Wilson, who looks like she's headed to her 4th unprecedented MVP this season. As always, you can find me at Earl K. Sneed on X, Facebook, Instagram, and make sure you tune in next week for Bootleg in the Paint. Earl K. Sneed providing you with all of your sports updates and headlines. Have a good one.